It is video that you are seeing here first from our 8 News Now investigators. A man waving a knife on an RTC bus before brutally stabbing another passenger. That passenger surviving with 27 stab wounds. Good evening. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Now that passenger is suing over security, leading 8 News Now investigator David Charnes to revisit safety on the bus system.
Right, Denise, 2 years ago, we showed you this video of a man stabbing a passenger nearly 36 times, killing him. We uncovered how it took 4 minutes for that driver to stop, let the other passengers off. This all sparked some massive outcry from bus drivers and riders who told us they feared for their safety. Now, amid another high-profile incident, we wanted to know what's changed and if RTC is making inroads in keeping you safe.
You can only see smoke so many times until you know there is a fire.
It's a fire, attorney Don Paradiso says, has been burning for years.
Safety has been an issue on RTC buses in this city for a very long time.
Safety that now involves Paradiso representing a man stabbed more than 24 times while riding this bus last June. On this busy night, Joseph Lopez and his fiancée decided to ride this packed double-decker back to their hotel. Video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shows the pair sitting across from 27-year-old Davinsky Tungadua, who appears to be waving around a knife.
The assailant has the stabbing instrument out in his hand for quite some time. It's clearly visible.
Within minutes, Lopez would be fighting for his life. The lawsuit claims RTC failed to protect passengers like Lopez, who in the aftermath lost his ability to walk. What would that security look like?
There should probably be a security guard on the buses, especially on the busier routes at all times.
Paradiso points to the video, Tungadua waving around that knife, even knocking it against the window for several minutes before the attack.
How many times as a community are we going to see these types of things happening and say to ourselves, you know what, there's a pattern here, and the people that are in charge and supposed to be keeping us safe while we're riding public transportation are not listening.
One assault is too many.
Tom Atterbury took over as Senior Director of RTC Safety and Security in 2023, months after several high-profile incidents on buses, including this murder that year, where a rider stabbed another rider more than 30 times. Is it safe to say that RTC has learned from these past major incidents?
I think we've grown and we've gotten better.
Since then, RTC has switched security vendors. Now, more than 300 armed officers patrol the buses at a cost of $23 million.
From a safety and security standpoint at the RTC, we've completely hit reset.
RTC is also looking toward innovation, working with artificial intelligence to detect guns before a rider enters a bus. Atterbury is hopeful that technology can be useful in detecting a weapon out in the open, like the knife in Lopez's attack.
We don't refuse rides to anybody. It's public transportation. So what we have to do is have the best security in place and have eyes on, and if the bus driver sees something, get security over there right away.
It appears changes are working. From 2023 to 2024, passenger-on-passenger incidents dropped more than 40%. Atterbury also says drivers are tightening up on fare evaders, believing that simple action of keeping them off buses is aiding in the decrease.
You're moving over 52 million people a year on these buses. You are going to have some incidents. Our job is to keep the numbers low and to quickly respond when there is an incident to help out any way we can.
In addition to stabbing Lopez, Tungadua is accused of stabbing 2 more passengers on another bus, all with that same knife.
Had anyone simply acted sooner, this probably would not have happened.
As RTC moves toward tightening up safety, beefing up that security, Paradiso and his clients say it's too little, too late. Had a security guard been on this bus, the likelihood of this happening would be what?
It would be substantially less. The whole purpose of security is to act as a deterrent and to be an active set of eyes.
Now, the numbers show things do appear to be getting better. However, bus drivers we talked to in recent weeks ahead of this story say they do continue to fear for their safety. They say they hope to see more armed security as RTC works to bring some of these new technologies online. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
David, thanks for that. A trial for the man accused of stabbing Lopez is scheduled for this summer. A judge previously setting bail in that case at $1 million.
Lawmakers in Carson City are debating a proposal to enhance safety on city buses. Specifically, Assembly Bill 361 would require transit operators like RTC to have physical barriers to prevent a passenger from getting into a driver's work area. It also would require any transit vehicle that requires a commercial driver's license to also have a panic button.
Public transit should not be a dangerous profession. Many of these workers are older adults or single parents who take on these jobs because they offer flexibility and a livable wage.
RTC already has barriers and panic buttons, but drivers have told us some just don't work. No one testified against the proposal during the hearing earlier today.